So Lewis and Elizabeth, I think we can just continue. Lewis and Elizabeth, I think we can just continue. I think the rest will join us. So today I want us just to check some few questions regarding the data set I had sent. I don't know. I don't know if Lewis, you have that data set on Netflix. If you can just confirm if you have it,
Well, I think I still have it. I can access it.
or you can access it.
I think
Yeah, Wanja, how are you doing? Maybe if you're in position to unmute, you can just say hi to us. But if not, uh, maybe you can just give me a thumbs up. Good. So as I was saying that today, just want us to check some few questions regarding a data set, that is the Netflix data set. Uh, with the last cohort, we learned how to design a database. But now with this cohort, I just want us to see how you think through the art of creating these SQL queries, because as we have all seen, so sometimes they can get complex depending on what you want to retrieve from the data the data set. So I just want us to go through. I think Lewis, you're going to share the data set again in the group so that Wanja can access. Or Wanja, do you have access to the Netflix data set? You can again give me a thumbs up if you have it. Good. So this is the data set that I think I can just share my screen. I can just share my screen with you. Uh, Let me just share my screen. Uh, you guys, you can just confirm. Someone confirm if you're able to see my screen. Good. So let me just focus on this screen here. So these are some of the business questions that I want us to go through. And the first question will be the count the number of movies versus the TV shows. But then even to before we get to this question, maybe I can just maybe try and retrieve this data set, data set, because I already have it. So I'm sure I'm assuming that you guys now know how to upload data that is the Excel files to this working bench. You can just confirm. You can just confirm that so that I cannot, so that I don't assume. Wanja, are you in position? Are you able to upload those Excel files in the database? Maybe you can just give me a thumbs up if you are able. And if not, maybe you can just okay. I can see you have given me a thumbs up. So if you're able to upload that data set, then I think you can just continue with the process of solving these questions. So this is the data set that I want us to check. You can see under the Netflix database. That is the Netflix. I had already created this. And you can see under this database, I have a table here that is called Netflix. So inside this Netflix is where I'm going to I'm going to I'm going to access these I'm going to access this data set here. So I think you can just shift to this database, use Netflix, and by the reason as to why I use Netflix. I know most of us are fan of movies. I think you can just confirm. Wanja, do you watch movie? You can just give us a thumbs up if you watch movies. Yes, Wanja is not fan of movies, but I'm assuming Lewis is. I think you have interacted with Lewis, and I can tell you he's a fan of movies. But let us just get the main focus here is just to see how we can create these how we can create these queries to retrieve all to solve these business problems. So I think you can just maybe try and select or from Netflix. This is Netflix, and see the kind of data set we are dealing with here. Oops, are we not able to access that? Let me see this. You're told that table Netflix doesn't. It's supposed to be Netflix, not Netflix. I think that is the reason as to why I'm not able to access it. But here it is. So this is the data set, the database that I want us to deal with, or the data that I want us to deal with. First, we can see that it has a number of columns. That is the show ID. So by the way, in this data set here, we have two types of, we have the type column, and the type column will either indicate movie or a TV show. Either a movie or a TV show. In fact, you can just maybe select distinct. Let's select, I'm sure you guys now you understand what distinct means. Select distinct. Distinct, and this is from Netflix. Netflix, and we see the types of movies that we have here. This is select from, I think it's select all. We are selecting all from Netflix. And you can see, oops, let me see this. Select, of course, we must add type. We don't want to select everything. This is type. This is select type, distinct type from this. So I think we can just see that we are able to see the type of the column type has two distinct types. That is the movie and TV show. I don't know if you guys are able to see that. So in the type we have only two types. That is the movie and the TV show. So, and then we have the title. Of course, now we have the titles of the movie and then the director. Some movies, but they have directors, and others they don't have directors. And then we have the cast. We have the country where the movie was, where they shooted that movie. We have the country. Some other movies or shows do not have the country. And then we have the date added. So this data was derived from a movie database. And in this case, we are working with Netflix. This is the Netflix database database. So it must indicate the date it was added, and then the release year, and then we have the rating, and then we have the duration of that movie or show. Then when it then the listed in, we have here we have categories. It can either be a documentary. I'm sure Wanja is I'm sure Wanja do watch documentaries. So it can be either a documentary, maybe it can be in an international TV show. All these kind of categories. I can see there are movies under the crime TV. This one, in fact, this one is a crime TV show. So there is listed in all those categories. And then we have the description of each TV, either the description of each TV show, or is it a question? Someone has just raised up. Add animation. Good. I can see what you're saying is fan of animation. Yeah, I'm also a fan of anime and documentaries. So I can see here we have they are listed in documentaries, international TV shows. We have TV dramas, TV horrors. I do hate horrors. Then there is that description. I can see you guys. I think you can see that the kind of data set that we are dealing with here. So with this data set, I want us to go through these 7 business problems, and we see how we can solve them. Because you can't be a data analyst in a company that deals with movie such as Netflix. I think nowadays everything is possible now that you can work remotely, so everything is possible. You might find yourself maybe working in a Netflix company or any other companies that deals with movies, and you are presented with this kind of business problem. So I think we can just jump into the business problems, and then we see how we can solve them. Some of them are easy, some of them are kind of complex, but we are going to go through all of them in this class. So you can just give me a thumbs up if you are ready for it. You can just give me a thumbs up if you are ready for it. Yeah, I can see Lewis is ready. What about Wanja on your end? Good. So let's get into this. So the first business question here is requires us to count the number of movies versus the TV shows. Count the number of movies versus the TV shows. Now that we have seen that, the types of we have 2 types, that is the movie or a TV show. Now we are being asked here to indicate the count of movies and the TV shows that we have in this data. And how do we approach this? It's quite easy, because we can easily group by, we can use the group by clause, so that we use the count and the group by clause to solve this kind of a question. So let's use the select, and we are going to select type. Then we are going to have count. We want to have count, and we want to count all as total. I think we can call this column total. We can just call it total. Then we are selecting these from Netflix. This is our database here. This is Netflix, and we want to group this by type. I think you can now we can group these by type. We group these by type, so that we can get totals in each type. So I think with this we're able to solve that business problem. I think we can just execute this and see the output. And I think we have solved the first problem here, because now we are able to see the type. We can see we have how many movies. We have 55 movies, and we have TV shows, again 45 TV shows. So from these we can see that we have many movies compared to TV shows. I think that was quite easy, just getting the count of each type. So the other business question that we have here, we have a question requiring us to list all movies released in a specific year. For instance, we can list all the movies released in 2020. And also this one is quite easy. Because we're just going to select all from. We want to select all from Netflix. Oops. This is from Netflix. This is select all from Netflix, and type, in fact, this is where. Oops, I think this one should be in caps. This is where type is equals to movie, because in this case you should understand that we are asked list all movies released in a specific year. So meaning that we are going to focus on movies and not TV shows. So we must indicate, we must filter using the where clause. Type movie. It should be movie. And we are told that list all the movies released in a specific year. So meaning that if we were to just use this, it is going to select to filter through our data set to get all the records where we have movies. But in this case, we are asked in a specific year. So we must add what? We must add the specific year. So, and we can use and release year. Let me just check. I think I should check. Let me just check the column name for that, so that we cannot get some issues. I think it should be release year. Release underscore year. So, and release underscore year. It must, maybe we can maybe say 20. We can say maybe 2020, or maybe we can just use 2021. And now let's first see this. You can just maybe try and execute this and see what happens. So let's go through the output that we have retrieved here. And you notice here that we are retrieving all the movies that were released in 2020, in 2021. I think you can just confirm that by checking through this release year column. So, and you can see that we have just released all the movies that were released in that year. So you can as well as change this one maybe to 2020 and see if there are some movies that were released in 2020. And I think we have like 4 records that were released in 2020. So that is how we That is how we can answer that question. I list all the movies released in a specific year. This is how we can. This is the query that we can use to retrieve that. So the other question, the other business question now, and this one is a bit, complex. But you guys, you can just give me the approach that you are going to use here. Now that you have these, we have these data. We are told that find the top 5 countries with the most content on Netflix. How do we solve this? I would really like to hear your approach on this one. Lewis, are you in a position maybe to tell us how you could approach this question? Find the top countries with the most content on Netflix. You can just unmute and just tell us how you can go through this problem.
It's okay. So if you could overthrow the data on your screen so that you can see the color names and
Okay, yeah, we have the data here with us. That is the from show ID. Type.
Yes, there's a column I think with country.
Sorry?
There's a column I think it has country. It is indicated country.
Let me see that. We have country. It's right here.
So I think we should do a count of countries and see.
The count of countries. You can just take us through and.
It's okay. So we shall select the count of countries and then we sort them in an ascending order or descending order and limit them to 5.
Can you just give us the query? Select.
Select. Select country.
Select country.
And then comma.
Yes.
Count of all.
Sorry?
Count. Use the count function.
I use the count function.
Yeah.
And are we counting all?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then from our table, which is Netflix.
That is from Netflix.
You've written it, yeah, Netflix. And then after doing that, I think we should. What should we do? Could you first output that we see what we are getting?
Sorry, can
we output that very fast? We see what we shall get.
Okay. I think you can maybe, but this one is likely to. We have the country. Let me see this. That is from Netflix. Did it execute really? Let's. Of course, that one should give us.
Okay. Before the from statement.
Yes.
Write it as, yeah. We should put it as what? As a column called countries. Total count of countries as count of countries.
Total counts
of countries.
Total count. You can just call it total count.
Yeah. Let's output that and see.
We're also going to get an error. Reason because with
group
count, when you use count, you must.
Yeah.
Also, okay. You are missing.
Do a group by, and then from Netflix, and then you group by.
That is from Netflix, and then we are grouping by
country.
We group country.
Yeah. And then
I think we have a highest. So you should run this.
yeah, let's run that and see. Yeah. Now you can sort.
Now you have, okay, how do we sort?
And then sort in, let's say, ascending.
How do we sort? Is it order by? Use, you want to order by
We can order by the count.
the total count.
The total count. Yeah.
The total count. You want us to use descending or ascending order?
Descending order.
Okay, let's see this.
And then
Anything
you
else?
limit.
Should we
You
add anything else?
Yeah, limit the output to 5.
Then we limit by 5.
Yeah.
And then we execute this, right?
Yes.
So now we have these.
Yes.
So we have select country, count as total. From Netflix, we group by country, order by total count in a descending order. And then we are limiting this by what? We are limiting that by we are limiting that by we are limiting this by 5. But is this the approach? Okay, I think we can. I don't know Wanja if now she's in position to talk. Wanja, are you now in position to talk? I don't know. If you can just give me a thumbs down if you are not yet in position to talk. Okay, she's still in transit. So this is a good attempt, Lewis. But I need you need to we need to check this data set here very well. Let's just come here. I think I should raise that up to that point. So we are supposed to check. We are supposed to check the top countries with the most content, right? And you notice that when it comes to countries, we have some movies or some TV shows that are casted in 2 different countries. Like you can see these is it a movie? This one by director Harry Garima. Yeah, it's a movie. You notice here that it is acted in how many countries? A number of countries. That is in the United States. I'm assuming some scenes are acted in the United States, and some are in Ghana. And you notice that even we have Burkina Faso. In fact, there are so many. There are a number of countries. We have UK, Germany, and Ethiopia. And then also we have another one here that is acted in Germany and Czech Republic. So now, anytime when you use what we have just used here, let me show you. We have finding the top 5 countries with the most content. What will happen is anytime we iterate through these data, the count will be for the first country here. So that is the United States. We are not going like to check for the is it for the Ghana, for the Ghana, because now we are not able to iterate this kind of data. You understand that this one is a list of, this one is supposed to be a list of countries, and this one now is just treated as, this one is just treated as it is just treated as one string here, that is separated by comma. So we must find a way, if we want to get the correct output, we must find a way, or I don't know, let me see this. We must find a way of creating a list of these countries, so that it will be possible for us to iterate through, so that at least now we know, we at least know that this movie was casted in a certain country. So I think now that is what we are going to do here. In fact, we can just this one can just remain, and then we are just going now to compare with, we are going to compare with what we are going to write here. So the first part is correct. That is the selecting. Just going to start with select. That is the select country, and then count as the total content. In fact, we can just maybe use the total content, total underscore content. Let's have these content, and then because I know I'm going to use these so many times, I think we can just use jt.country, so that we can avoid errors. Oops. So it's select jt.country, count as the total content, and this is now from Netflix. This is from Netflix. Then let's find a way of now creating. I want to find a way of creating a list out of these. I think by now you know. I don't know Wanja if she has interacted with some of these programming languages, but at least we'll have we're going to have a list of if it is maybe let's say US, it is going to be under this. We can just maybe try and copy these. United States, United States. And then we have something like Burkina Faso, or maybe let's say Spain. So you notice by this one we're able to iterate. So in a way, I just want us to create this list anytime a movie is shooted in various in a number of countries, so that now we can have like let's say maybe we have United States. If this movie was shooted in United States, we are going like to have this movie like what I'm trying to mean is like in this movie we have a number of countries, right? So we want to count these United States, like this movie will be shooted in or it was shooted in various countries. So meaning that anytime we are counting the total content, we should also include the other countries. Like we say, this movie was acted in the United States. When now we come to Ghana, it was also acted in Ghana. And now when it comes to Burkina Faso, when we are counting the content for Burkina Faso, we're also going to include this movie. Also, it was acted in Burkina Faso, and the same will happen for United Kingdom. And that is why we are trying to create a list a list that will be able to iterate. Like let's say when we come to this movie, yes, so we are going to have count. It will be counted for United States, Burkina Faso, United Kingdom, and I can see Ghana. I can also see Ethiopia, so that now we cannot miss. The other countries during the count. I don't know if we are making sense out of these. So this is what we are going to create. Uh, it's not that difficult because we use something we call. We are going to use a join here. I'm sure you guys will learn to join, and then we have something we call JSON underscore table. JSON underscore table. Let's see this JSON underscore table. In here, we are going to do some concatenation. We are going to do concat. But by the way, anytime you are given this kind of questions, you should read them at least more than once, so that at least you're able to understand it better, and even also check the kind of data set that you are dealing with. So that is the concat, and then what we should have here is something I think in here we can just have the braces. These braces that I have just indicated here. I think I can just maybe these braces. Let me just try and these are the kind of not braces. We call them squared brackets. This is what I want to put here. And the way I'm going to put them there is by use of I want to use this is the first brace. It's usually quite a complex expression. Then this one it's going to be separated by I think that you can see something like this. The first, this is Spain. Spain. Of course, you are going to start with something like this, right? So that is where we are putting. That is a square bracket that is on the left square bracket, and then an opening speech mark. Then after that, we are going to separate that by comma, and then we are going to have something we call replace. Let's see this. We have replace. This is usually a function. Then in the replace, we have now the country. We have now the country. You notice that we have a number of countries here. So we are going now to have we can have Netflix. This is Netflix dot country. I want to take you step by step so that at least now you can understand this. So that is the country. That is the Netflix dot country, and then comma. So this now will be the name here. If it is Spain, if it is Ghana. Then after this now we should have another another quotation here, and then now we might need to cross these. Let me see this. We need to cross these. That is comma. And then we need a semicolon here. Yeah, we need a semicolon. Then after that, what should we have next? Another comma. And then now we can have, let's have that. I think we should start with, let me see this. I'm hoping I will not miss something here. But this is something you can always copy. I'm hoping I won't miss anything. That is, we have a comma, and then a comma, and then we have a single. Yeah, good. And then what else do we have here? I think now from here we can just have a semicolon. I'm hoping I won't miss anything. So, and then now we can have a crossing. We can also have a crossing now right squared bracket. And how we put that is quite easy. We can just have a single opening and closing. And then we have now closing. That is a crossing speech mark and a crossing square bracket. I think we are together up to that point. Then we should have another semicolon, and then now we move to the iterator here. So, and our iterator should look something like this. These are some of the expressions that you should maybe you can master them if you can, or maybe you can, maybe anytime you have a certain problem, maybe you can just write them somewhere. Let me see this. Yeah, something like that. That one will be our iterator. And then now what we are iterating is the columns. I think I'm used to this kind of expressions. Then we are going now to have country. I'm going to have country. And this country is of type varchar. You can give it 45, or maybe just have 25. Our maximum length of 25. And then I think you can just now specify the pad here. These are kind of they're quite complex, but we must get the correct answer here. And this one is as JT. This is JT. I'm hoping we have it. We are getting it. That is a columns country. That is the country is of type varchar. And then you can enclose that. You can have 255. It's supposed to be 255. Let's see these. I'm hoping we are getting it right. As JT. Now we have the where class, where JT.country, JT.country, is not we want to group this by, I think you can just now delete this because we don't need it. This one should be here. Yeah, this is where as JT, where JT.country is not nar. Then we want to group by country. We want to group by JT.country, just as Lewis has done. And then we want to order these. We must order these by, we want to order this by total content. Let me see this total. We're using the total content. Let me just copy this. Total content. Total content in said in order. Then we can just remove this. Oops. We can remove this by 5. I think that should be the. Let's check where we have a problem. I think we have a problem here. We are selecting from JT, then count as total count from Netflix. Let's see this. Join JSON table, concat. We are doing a concatenation here. Concat should be concat. Yeah, it should be concat. And then we have the first. Let's see this. And then we have replace Netflix.country. And then we have our first comma. I think up to this point we're okay. Then we have let me see this. I think we have a problem somewhere. Just a minute. I check this. That is we are told that is not varied at the position. Let me just go through these. Column. Let's check these. If I have any syntax error here. And also, if you can see maybe if you can see an error, you can just maybe you can just tell me where the error is. That is virtual 2225. Well, I think you can just run through this and then we see. I think it should give us the
James,
yes.
I am not sure. I'm just bluffing.
Mhm.
What if you remove one closing bracket? Where if
That
we
is
like
that is
the number
after
after part after the part where we have part.
where we have Pal.
Yeah. Try removing that bracket.
Oh, that one. But again, we are seeing that we have. I don't know. I think we should let's check the number of parentheses that we have. That is the JSON. Good. That one is concat. The first one should close at here, and I can see we have replace. Let's see this replace. That is, we have that, and then the replace, and then we have the Netflix. Oops. Replace here. I think this is okay. Dot country, and then we have a comma. I think up to this point it's okay. Then we have a comma, and then we must enclose these, and that is what we are doing here. Then we have another comma. Then after this is where we should put our iterator here. That is the dollar sign and statistic that is inside it, and then then from here we have columns, and then we must open these. That is the country voucher 255, and then we have
Also, and what if you try putting a closing parenthesis on the part before columns?
sorry, after columns, where we have columns here.
No, on that, no, before that, you put a closing. Yeah. What if you do a closing parenthesis over there?
And what are we trying to close? Let me see this.
On the part where we had contact on the JSON table, it closes on that, and then you remove the one that you've added on the path part. Yeah.
We still have a problem because here what we are iterating here is these columns. So this is the iterator for this column, and the column here, let me just try and delete up to this point, because what we are trying to iterate here is the columns, and the column here is the country. Is the country here. Oops. This is the country, and then varchar, subtype varchar, and then we are giving these to 255, and then now after this we have we're giving that a 255, and then after this we have, let me see this. I think this is where we are missing now. We are missing let's see this, because after this we should identify the path. Let me see this.
Oh, James,
Yes.
but I think my observation on SQL, when, for example, you have a red flag on the online, say 25, an
Yes.
error is usually on the previous line before it. So I think our error is most likely happening on line 23, where we are having issues.
or you have on line 23.
Yeah, I think that's where we have an issue.
Okay, let us just maybe complete this and then we check that. And this one
Okay.
is as JT. So you have observed. So line the error is on line 23. Join table. Let me see this. So we have a comma count is total from a matrix. Some things, these things can get complex a bit. Let me see this. That is the contact. And maybe what we are missing is just something small.
And when you hover over the line, does it show? Does it tell you the error?
When we just let me see this. I don't think even we should have an error here. Let me just try and run this. Because I don't understand if we should have an error here. And the funny bit is just giving us is it the same output? Or about the same output? Let me see this. Uh, US was given. Let's see this. Select these. Let's execute these first. And the US was given as 41, 17, 13. And this is giving us that is the total, but it is not running. I think it shouldn't be running. Let me see this. Let me execute this. This is quite a complex. This is quite a complex SQL command. Let me execute from here. So that we can see the error. Let's see where we have concat. Let's see this. I had written this query somewhere else. Let me just try and check this somewhere. I should be having that query somewhere else. I think it's just right here. Let's check what you are missing. From these. Can you see anything you are missing here? That is a select whatever, yeah, it's total, yeah, content. I don't think we are missing anything. That is path. There's this country, virtual path. Yeah. Then we have this as JT. I think you can just copy this.
Do
Yeah, let us just copy that and then maybe see if we have, there is somewhere we are making an error or a mistake. Where was this? Is it here? Yeah, I think it's just right here. The joining parts. I would really like to know why we are making a mistake. That is up the JSON underscore table concat. I think up to that point it's okay. Then I replace let freaks dot country. Let's see through these.
I see it. It's the closing parentheses after the square parentheses before the iterator.
Oh, let me see this column. Why is that? Let me see this. That is this comma here. Is there a comma? Yeah, we are missing a parenthesis here. I knew what we were missing is just something small. Hey, okay. And why did we miss that? I think now you can run it. Let's see this. Now let's select these. And written the same query sometimes back. So let's see these. So we have the select up to this point, right? And then you notice from what you had, now we have the country starting with an empty whatever, which is the total content is 41. And then we have the United States having 20. And then we have Japan 13, India 6, and then United Kingdom 6. But what did we get in your case, Lewis? That is 41, 2013. Let's check your case here. Your case, we had 41. That was right. But now you see United States, we were missing 3. Did you see that?
Yes.
Yeah, now that is how you should do it. You should use this JSON table to put all those countries in an iteratable list, right? So that now you cannot miss the correct total count. I don't know if I'm clear up to that point. Judy, I don't know if Judy is with us. Elizabeth, are you not able to? Are you with us, Elizabeth? I think that is what we were just missing there. But that is common, especially when you are writing these large queries. So anytime you have a problem like this one, let me just run through this command. And you notice that here we have show ID, type, title, director, and then our focus is on country. And in countries, some movies they have been shooted in multiple countries. So anytime you have a problem with these, you can just use these these expression. In fact, this one is just an expression whereby you want to put all these countries, that is like the US, the Ghana, Burkina Faso, United Kingdom, in a list that you can be able to iterate easily. So I think that is that. And in fact, you have a problem like that one. You have a problem like that one in the work that I gave you. Um, I think Lewis will share that again in the group. And in fact, by the way, you should submit that work. You do it and submit. I think I should check that that work. So I think that is it. Let's move to number 4. I think the number 4, 5, 6, 7, they are not that complex. I think you can just go through them very fast. So that now we can call it a day. So then we are told here, identify the longest movie. Kita, are you in a position to talk? Or are you in a position to speak?
Yes, yes.
Good. Yeah, so I would like us, maybe you take us through how you would solve this problem here. Identify the longest movie. I think I can just maybe take you through the data set that we are dealing with here. In the meantime, Lewis, you should also be thinking through. You should just maybe try and think through the problem. You think through that problem and give us the solution. So in here, Elizabeth, we have a Netflix database. We have the type of movie. It can be movie or a TV show. We have the title. We have the directors who are involved in the movie. We have the cast, country, date added, release year, ratings, durations, listed in. In fact, this one should be categories. And then the description of the movie. Now, we need to know, I think now we have the duration. The duration just means the time it takes for that movie. And now we want to identify the longest movie. How should we approach this problem?
Maybe I can try. I'm not sure though.
Just try.
We first select. What database are we using?
It's called Netflix.
Select maybe Netflix.
That is select from Netflix. Are we selecting all? Select from all from Netflix.
Yeah, selecting. Yeah, selecting. Maybe you first start with select. Select, then the title.
You select the type and title.
Yes.
Or should you select just the title? Title?
Let me first ask you first.
Uh-huh.
Are we using the maximum so that I may be sure? Maximum duration of minutes.
In fact, we're using also the minute, the duration column. I think I've just given you a hint. Yeah.
So maybe we can start by select the title, then comma, duration of minutes, duration underscore minutes.
Sorry, type.
Select title, comma.
Yes, title.
Duration underscore minutes.
Just a minute. This is select title, comma what?
Duration underscore minutes.
Duration underscore. Is it really underscore? Do you have underscore? I mean, it's just duration.
Duration.
It's just duration, yeah.
Then from
Netflix.
Yes.
Just like that.
No,
Uh-huh.
we're still continuing. Then we use where,
Yes, where?
duration uh,
Duration.
is equals to. I'm not sure. I'm just trying.
Yes.
Then is equals. Then you open the bracket. Then select
Select.
maximum.
Is it max or maximum?
Max.
Should be max.
Yes. Then again you open the bracket. Then you indicate duration.
Duration.
Then you close the bracket.
Mm-hmm.
Then from Netflix,
From Netflix.
close not the first bracket.
Should be Netflix. Netflix. Yeah.
Then the semicolon.
And then the semicolon.
Uh,
But I can see
um,
we have an error here. Duration is not valid.
uh,
Then I select. Okay, Lewis. Lewis, what is your? What do you think?
Well, I think since we are working with movies, we will only deal with when time is in minutes and in seconds. So we should convert the minutes to either seconds or the second to minutes.
Yes.
Then from that, we may now check the maximum of the newly formed values.
hmm,
Yes. So from that,
Yeah.
let me see this. Like in the column of duration, I can see we have minutes, we
Yes.
have seasons.
Now, since we are looking for movies, I
Yes,
don't think a movie can have a season. So mostly, since we are dealing with movies,
they are
it
in
should,
minutes, 90 minutes. Uh-huh.
yeah, or they are either in minutes or in, is the duration of seconds.
I don't think so. So I think
So
we
I
just
think
have minutes.
we should only be interested on the ones the sections with minutes only. For seasons, I think that will be for TV shows.
Okay, but before that, can you correct these? Can you correct this square here?
Okay. So I think
Uh-huh.
let me try and see through it. We shall select the we shall select type. We should also select type, I guess.
As a type.
And then there you put max and then open duration on the duration part. No. On the select part.
On the select, this the first part,
Yeah.
and then we have max here, comma max.
Yes.
Yes.
No, before and the wait.
So before
No, I
what?
think it's before. You see, like I want you to put the duration part inside the max formula.
Oh, it should be inside. Oh, okay. Let me see this like that.
Yeah, and
Max
then
duration. Uh-huh.
and then so there you should rate it as on the max part as maximum
As max
max duration.
max duration.
Yeah. and then where now type is equal to guess
Where duration is equals to
where type where now where we have duration rated to where
so you
type
should
is equal.
this max.
Yeah,
Like this, huh?
yeah. Now you can run that and we shall see what shall be our output.
Did we get any output really? And see we have an error.
Okay.
Being told that a column marks a known column marks duration in a clause. Of course, we can't have. Of course, we can't have. We can't equate this one to this because it's already on the run. It's not a it's not a column name.
And
And what we
what
should
see
put here is maybe what she was trying to do here. Let me see. I wanted to do okay where duration is equals to select max max duration. Let me see this. That is max duration. Select max. Should it be like something like this? This one is a subquery where you can just run these, but you can see that the max duration is 99 minutes, right? And then she's trying to compare these by the duration. But the problem here, is this what you're trying to do, Elizabeth, before even we get into together whatever?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, this is what she was trying to do. But the question is identify the longest movie. So the first thing that we should maybe try to do is to select only from movies. You want to select, you can just like, let's say, where the type, you can select all from, I think you can just maybe select just the title. Let's see the title. You select the title from Netflix, where first we just want movie, the movie part, right? Because we want to be specific, it's movie. This is where type is movie. I think that should be our first query here. I think is type and we can have type and duration. That is the type and duration. So that now we can have this. I think now from here, you are able now to identify the longest movie. But we have a problem here. What is the data type of duration, Lewis?
varchar. It has both.
So meaning it's a string, right?
It's a string, yeah.
So meaning here we have a problem, and the problem we have is that we cannot check the longest movie having this kind of data, because you cannot like try and check the longest duration here when this duration is in varchar. So meaning that we must convert this. We must convert. We must convert this. We must convert this. So the next thing that we should do, we should order this by, we should go to order by, and order by, we need to use something we call cast. And the cast will enable us to cast, that is the varchar to something like an integer, right? But again, we have a problem again. You see, in the duration, you have two parts. That is the 90, a number, and a string. So meaning that we must try a way of extracting 90 from minute. And these are some of the things that I was talking about, that you should be keen on the kind of data type that you are given and what you are asked, right? So let's see how we can get a substring of this. That is, we get the 90 from 90 minute. It's usually very easy because we have something we call substring. We have substring underscore index. Substring underscore index. It's always it is a function, and then you are just going to take the first. We are going now to specify. Here we use the backticks. Let me see this. We are going to specify that this is the we are focused on the duration column, and then after the duration, we need to have we have a comma. In fact, this one just usually takes three parameters. I think we can just have that, and then we specify that we just need the first part. This one just represents that we need the first part, and we want to take this as what we use as unsigned. We use unsigned as unsigned, and we want this one to be in a decreasing in a descending order. Let's see what we have by these. So these are the what will happen here in this cast thing is that we are going to take out of 90. You can see we have 90 minutes, and then we have some space in between the two in between the two parts of this duration 90, and then we have a space minute. So we are saying that in the duration column, we just want to pick the first part. We just want to pick the first part. So, and that is why we are indicating that this is 1. So we can order this by descending order. So let's run this and see now what we have. That is, did it execute? Well, yeah, we have this, and now we can remit this by. Is it descending, or did that execute really well? I think it should. We have substring underscore index. I think I've just put this one. I've used the wrong. Speech marks. Let me try and execute this once more. So we have, you notice that we have now, we have this, that is on the substring underscore index. Then if this one is, it's in descending order, then maybe we can limit this by, let's limit this by 1. You can just excuse me just for a minute, just a minute. Yeah, so Lewis, that is it. Let's get into that. So we are ordering by cars, substring index, and then we limit by one. So let's see if we are going to get the correct thing here. Let's see this. And we are seeing this one is 90 minutes, but I don't think this has worked. Let's see this. Because I can see we have 104. Is this really working? Let me see this. As unsigned. Let's just do a select. Let's see if this is working. Select. Let's have duration. Or are we missing something? Maybe you can spot an error. Lewis, are we together? Lewis? Lewis, are you on the call? Yeah, I'm trying to look for the error here. The cast, order by cast. Let's see this. I want to see if this is working. Yeah, I think it has worked. So this one we should use the backticks. Did you notice that, Lewis? Yeah, we have backticks and the normal opening and closing speech marks. So you should use the backticks. You know, I'm assuming that you know where they are located. So I think that is it. We'll identify the longest movie. Let's move to the find the content added in the last 5 years. Again, this year here there is a lot of conversion, and I think maybe we can continue from here tomorrow, so that now we can check on the last 5 questions. Because again, with these ones, we might have to write uh, complex, complex, complex SQL queries on these. So I think we can just continue from here. That is tomorrow, as we finalize on this SQL. that okay with you, Lewis?